All right. GM, everyone. Welcome in. Kenny, Kyle, GM, are we there?
Good
boys?
morning.
Good morning.
Woo! Good morning, boys.
How we doing?
Yo, we got a lot of motherfuckers in here right now, bro.
Yeah, I think everybody's people's trying to clock in.
I'm surprised Kenny Powers is here, to be honest. I thought he'd be allergic to the phrase clock in.
Yeah. Well, I figured you would be allergic to the phrase clock in.
Between the three of us, I'm the only one who punches a clock now, goddammit. Don't you forget it.
There's only one clock that matters right now. All right. GM, everybody, welcome in. Appreciate everyone being here. The Clock In team is going to be with us shortly. We are live on X, Abstract, Kick, YouTube, everywhere, anywhere and everywhere for your view and pleasure. We appreciate everybody that's watching on all channels. Get me in first, join the stream. Seeing a lot of chat going on. If you guys do have comments or questions, please make sure you put those in that little purple pill down at the bottom right, or any of the streaming chats. I'll be watching everything as we dive into Clock In and get behind. Probably, I would say the hottest. Kenny, I know you're going to say meme coin, but this is a theme coin.
That's right.
So we're gonna be diving into this.
Well, did this motherfucker just dub a new meta?
No, I did not at all. This is the CLOCKIN team is building a theme coin for the Stonk broker ecosystem. So this is beyond a meme coin. So I'm telling you, bro, you need to.
I think it's a good thing to. I think it's a good thing to define this coin as something other than, dude, we've been calling everything meme coins forever. Look at like something like Jimothy. We call that a meme coin. Jimothy is an animal that, has scoliosis or some shit. I don't know. It's not a meme though. It's not, so you don't post a picture of that raccoon and people know what you are implying via that picture. It is not technically a meme. So calling this new category of coins, theme coins, I like it.
Yeah,
I think it's good to be precise with your language.
Yeah, and if you believe the Reddits, Jimothy was AI anyways. So you need to get.
This is not a Jimothy shill, by the way. I haven't touched I haven't touched a coin on Solana in a long time.
Trying to pump some fucking bags.
No. Hold on. I'll be right back with my Tendy shill. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Yeah. But I do want to remind everyone that while Simple Farmer does say everything that is going on is an experiment, CLOCKIN is not an official Stonk broker token, but they will be launching on the official Stonk broker launch pad. And do not whatsoever, I have pinned tweets at the top. Make sure you are following the official CLOCKIN account, which is at CLOCKIN Coin. There's no CAs. There's nothing announced already. So make sure you have noties on for that account. The other thing, the second pin post, which was the post for this space that everybody engaged with, that's how we're giving away 10 spots to the Telegram. This Telegram is not only for CLOCKIN, but it's also for all things that are going to be happening on the launch pad. We're going to be giving away 10 spots. Don't DM me because I don't have access. I don't have anything other than these 10 to give away.
Yo, Chase, can you check your DMs real quick?
I can check my DMs.
Oh my God.
What'd you just DM me? Oh my God.
Let me in the Telegram.
Yeah, no, let me in. So where am I checking DMs at?
It was a joke, bro.
Fine. Well, I'm fucking checking DMs. But either way, so yeah, just make sure you guys follow the rules in that. It's pretty simple. Follow CLOCKIN Coin Reality Check and repost. And we're going to be giving those 10 spots out here shortly. But yeah, Kenny, before the team gets in, I mean, the talk of the town is obviously Robinhood, obviously Stonk brokers. They're it's the most dominating ecosystem there with Manser and Derp. Fucking Simple Farmer is out here posting that we are about to see a massive announcement, and we don't know what this is going to be. The first message, he dropped it in Discord, and I think I pinned that up to the top, but if not, I'm going to pin it again anyways. The first post that he put out was, he said, big announcement coming tomorrow. This was last night in the gen chat of the Discord for Clutch Markets. And then this morning in a Twitter chat, he said, I think the announcement today will be a massive game changer for the entire industry. What do you make of that, bro? What do you think this is? Any idea what this is going to be? I have a little idea, but I want to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It's going to have something to do with maybe tokenomics or how things are launched as far as like for meme coins, maybe some type of flywheel mechanism for the meme coins to where there's constant support, and opposed to like just creator fees. There's going to be some like maybe type of way where, revenue streams flow back into the coin itself. Not really 100% sure, but that's kind of my guess.
Why everything around meme coins? Why?
Well, you were talking in specific to, were you talking in specific to meme coins?
No. I mean, I literally read you the messages that he said. Anybody has any ideas, put it in the comments. I think it's something. I think it's a partnership around something to do with distribution. That's his biggest thing is figuring out the distribution. He has that with spaces like we host, with what Captain was just hosting. You have Greg and Greeny, you have Kook. Like a lot of people are champion the brand of stockbrokers and clutch markets. So like to me, it has to do something with distribution. You're saying I've seen a lot of people saying that they think it's a listing announcement. And I'm like, I don't think a listing announcement would come out like this. And that's not something that's going to change the industry, So I think it's some type of distribution tool. That would be my guess.
A new Anvil tab on the Robinhood app.
Oh, bro, that would be fucking nuts. No, now you're getting a little fucking crazy.
Am I getting too excited? Am I too bullish?
Yeah, now you're getting a little bit too fucking nuts. But yeah, so. And then, Kenny, the other news over the weekend, Adam Weitzman bought, I think now he's up to 59. I think he's up to 59 stockbrokers, which is absolutely insane. When you look at the price of it, it's over $1 million investment into clutch markets. The Post did say that it was more of a partnership. And I think that's going to be using his distribution I heard Simple Farmer say centralized exchange listings connections that he has, which the guy is very well connected. So, I mean, do you think this is a bullish move for Adam and everyone involved?
Yeah, no, I think it's super bullish. It's probably an equity deal, right? He's going to get a certain percentage of the company. Came in with $1 million. So I kind of look at it as $1 million investment to further scale. Also, like you said, the network that Adam has, the connections he has within the industry and outside of the industry in the Web 2 world, it's pretty big. Yeah. So I think it's a great partnership. It's a great way to get more eyes onto the project. And yeah, Adam likes to fucking double down on projects that he likes. Super bullish.
What the fuck? Mute that tab. Yeah, no, it is. It is. He is the second largest holder, 61 stockbrokers. Somebody else said there was another holder, but it wasn't reading on OpenSea, and I can't remember the guy's name. But he has like 93 stockbrokers, but I think that's not accurate. But I mean, his bag alone is worth 1.2 mil. Shout out Kevy, fucking just a G, man. This guy's holding strong. I've seen him take profit on a few, which is, well deserved. He's sitting on $1 million. Fucking, you got to put something on the something in the win column there, because at the end of the day, everybody's sitting on a lot of money, but it is only on paper right now until that shit's sold. So yeah, big moves over the weekend. We topped out. I think the highest sale was 13.5 ETH for stockbrokers, and Flipboard apes. You're seeing it now. Everybody's like, oh, when CryptoPunks. I don't fucking know. I don't know when this train stops, but I do know that right now everyone is chasing the next stockbroker. Is it going to be Manser? Is something going to flip Manser? There's 3 special projects dropping this week alone, and that's not counting the theme coin of CLOCKIN, plus any other tokens that launch, because this is a permissionless, decentralized platform that's coming. And, anyone that's ready to clock in can pay the fees and get launched. So it's going to be a fucking fun week, man.
Well, the question when stockbrokers can they flip CryptoPunks? Just go look at the chart, right? Because essentially it's like a 404 in a sense where, you almost have this, peg of chart value each stockbroker represents 666,666 tokens, right? So based on the chart values, how you're going to kind of pretty much within a ballpark range, relatively close. There's obviously opportunity for arbitrage between the two, but they're always going to kind of be a 1-to-1 ratio of the value of a stockbroker is going to be the equal value of the 666K tokens. If the chart sitting at around 50 mil circulating supply market cap value,
Yeah.
I mean, if it runs up, to 100, you can double the floor price right now. If it goes up to 150, you can triple the floor price. So I mean, it's pretty easy math to figure out.
But even over the weekend, the NFTs were actually running. The NFTs were actually running like an ETH over at one point. Like it just wasn't even catching up, and that's what I talked about way early on. Was the beautiful part about this is that you have people that trade NFTs, then you have people that are trading both the NFT and the token, and then you have people that are trading the token that don't even know anything about the fucking NFTs. So like people are learning about this ecosystem every single day, and they're learning something new, and there is something new every day to figure out. So it's really amazing.
And what I'm most bullish on is take a look at my answers, right? We're sitting at 3, I guess it minted on Thursday.
Yeah.
The NFTs.
Yep.
So Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, essentially less than 4 days, 1,247 ETH in volume. They've done 2.4 mil in volume in about 4 days. You go look at Stockbrokers, which has been out for roughly 3 to 4 weeks, 4.2 mil in volume, right? And then you go look at some of the other collections, and you see the discrepancy between the volume these collections are doing, right, and opposed to some of the older legacy collections. It's creating liquidity around these projects and volume around these projects, which is something we haven't seen in NFTs for a while. Like high active trading on particular collections and lots of volume. Just to put things into context, 2 other collections over the past 24 hours, 2 of the 3 collections that have done over 100 ETH in volume, you have stockbrokers, chainmancers, CryptoPunks. Only 3 collections that have done over 100 ETH in volume. So you're seeing it solving liquidity problems in real time through the Anvil AMM and stockbrokers in general. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Han said token value is the bottom for the NFT. The NFT can go much higher based on rarity and demand. And a lot of people don't realize it, but you can go to the stockbroker website and you can just go put in any number. If you go to the Anvil NFT AMM on stockbroker.cash, I'm sharing this live on stream. If you go there, you can look up any stockbroker. So I'm just going to put a random fucking number out there. Hopefully I don't get one that's in the LP, but you can see how much token is on this stockbroker. And so some of these NFTs, so that one, see my luck, I had nothing on that one. But some of these NFTs, some of these people have not withdrawn any of the stuff that they have. So like I'm looking right here, I just pulled this one up, 4.21 stockbroker token. It has a little bit of Apple and then Rare Earth and SpaceX in it. But there's some of these NFTs that might have $2,000 or $3,000 worth of tokens, and they could be listed on the floor and people forgot to just claim. So you got to really do your homework and see.
I mean,
Go ahead.
It's entirely possible that some of the people trading these don't even know about the mechanics and stuff, and they're just trading them as NFTs.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, the NFTs outpacing the coin even by a little bit just proves the thesis on NFTs, which is that, people want you to know. They want you to know what they've got. It's a vanity item. It's a flex on the timeline.
Yeah, look,
people can't look at your account on CT and tell that you've got, $100,000 worth of stockbroker token, but if you've got the NFT on, they know what's up.
Yeah, look, that one guy who somebody purchased stockbroker probably mid last week when the floor was probably around 5 or 6 ETH for like 11 ETH. And at the time we were like, whoa, what the fuck? Like this person's really going after the PFP that he wants. But in hindsight,
He
the floor is
didn't overpay.
12.9 now,
Yeah.
right? That was a great fucking move.
And he went after one of the gold headsets. I looked up another stockbroker right here, number 325. It's sitting on 4,000 stockbroker tokens. Apple stock, it's got 0.9, like 90 cent of Amazon. Same thing with Microsoft, Rare Earth, SpaceX. And the cool thing is if you are, if you're a U.S. citizen, and obviously you can't do anything with the stocks, you can point ETH, you can point Ethereum there, you can also point stockbroker token. So it's pretty good, pretty good tech here. So a lot of people just need to kind of dive in and do some research on. I must be getting an influx of people coming into the Discord, because I'm getting alerts saying that the Reality Check Discord is going fucking bananas. That was from the security side of things, so I don't know.
Unusual join activity detected.
Yeah. Oh, did you get it too?
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a tweet pinned at the top. If anyone wants to join the Reality Check Discord, the link is in the comments of that pinned tweet. Just for some context, we've been talking about stockbroker for a very long time. We've been talking about Pup Cup NFTs. Simple Farmer's been a friend of the show for quite a while. Started coming on in April. We actually gave away 2 of these NFTs. We obviously didn't know they would be worth $25,000.
Well, let's be clear. We didn't give away stockbrokers. We gave away what ended up being access to stockbroker.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, but 2 community members ate really well. I dropped the stockbroker token in the Discord at 700K market cap. So, hey, come join the Discord. We're always trying to find plays, hanging out in VC, and we'd love to have anyone there. Just don't be an asshole. If you turn into an asshole, we'll kick you out. But other than that, it's a free place to come hang and maybe get a little bit of alpha and pick on Kyle.
It is a good hang.
Yeah.
It's 100%. A good hang. Yeah, you can try to point them at me, Jesus, but what goes on in there.
I do. Man, fuck. I should have found a tweet I should have found a post. Sorry, I had a call come through. I should have found a post that had the article not as the article, because I hate when the articles drop the whole speaker panel down. Kenny, what else do you want to rap about real quick before All City comes in and we start chatting about Clock In? Because we're getting there.
We can just talk about a little bit about the market overall. We're coming off a really good week. A little down this morning, but we did get Bitcoin ran back up to 65.4. We saw the best ETF inflow week since April 17th of 2026, where we saw 5 consecutive days of inflows on BTC, which was the first time in about 4 or 5 months that we've had a full week of green on the ETF inflows. So, looking at the majors, still looking pretty good. Bitcoin sitting at 64.3 right now, although it is kind of dumping as we currently speak. ETH down about 2.7% at 1872. You got Solana back down to 75.83, down 1.5%. So we'll see how the week shakes out from here. But overall, we're seeing on-chain activity, heating up, right? Meme coins popping off. You got platform wars, FOMO versus pump fund. You got, different launch pads, Uniswap, Ponds, like launch pads galore. It feels like on-chain is starting to heat up again. And it feels like the bottom, if, we could have one more little shakeout here, but the bottom's pretty close. So, if you've been conserving your capital, waiting for confirmation that we're entering a bull market, I feel like it's coming probably within the next 30 to 60 days. So get ready, because there's going to be a lot of opportunity to make some money.
Yeah. Do you think we see a shift away from Robinhood, or do you think Robinhood just keeps the narrative going? And
no,
or do you think what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Robinhood is like and I put a post out about this morning, but I talked about how every cycle kind of we have this like one unicorn chain that does really well. Obviously, the early days you had Bitcoin, And then 2017, you had ETH, with ICOs, and then you had DeFi and NFTs. So ETH dominated that cycle. Last cycle, because of, meme coins and fast transactions, Solana kind of took the lead as far as like the chain that kind of stepped up and took the attention on the timeline. I have a feeling, people are underestimating what Robinhood could do. And mainly I say that because of the distribution, right? You have over 27 million users on the Robinhood app, right? That have easy access by clicking a button in the Robinhood app to Robinhood chain. And, you've got this, funnel of these 27 million people who have direct access. And on top of it, equities are now 24/7 tradable, right? Robinhood's a fintech kind of TradFi app already. So they've got these people, it's very easy for them to bridge them into Robinhood chain. And if you just go look at the metrics, TVL is going up, activity is going up on Robinhood. Obviously, we've got projects like Stockbrokers doing well. You got CashCat that got listed on the Robinhood, app, sitting at 150 mil. I think Robinhood is primed and in a good position to really fucking make some noise this cycle. So I think it's just getting started personally.
Yeah. Bro, I'm going to tell you something before we get into clock in. But in something like you mentioned everything, but one thing that I am probably most bullish on, and don't come at me, but I'm telling you, everybody in this room too, I want you all to listen. Take a deep breath.
Oh man, this build up. Here comes some dumb shit. Brace yourselves.
No, this isn't dumb shit. This is alpha. You want the best alpha that you're going to get in this space?
Let's hear it.
All right. Do not listen to your favorite neighborhood KOL, and do not fade abstract. I'm telling you, Kenny, even though you might come unmuted and say, what the fuck, just do not fade abstract chain. Just watch what happens. Get
Phase
the popcorn,
2 is coming.
bro.
I'm actually in full agreement. I thought this was going to be way stupider than
No, bro.
Actually in full agreement. I am still well positioned and constantly clicking buttons on the less neon green chain. That's for sure.
The green chain that I can look at without my fucking eyes burning. But yeah, so I'm just telling you, if you have been locked in on abstract, stay locked in. What is the superhero saying? The day is brighter before the dawn, or some shit. What is that, Kyle? You would
Jesus, you chopped that up so bad.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I might have remembered it before you butchered it.
The day is darker before. I don't fucking know. Just lock in.
I'll tell you what, though, we should later this week. We should do a stream. We should do a stream because I've got about 250 keys to burn through on Mesa Games. So we should do a little gaming stream on abstract later this week.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we'll get something dialed in. All right, Kenny, what else as we wait for All City? I tagged him. I told him to get his ass up in here. I told him 11:30 and he is punctual. So we still have 1 minute left. But what else are you looking at, Kenny? Are you looking at anything on Soul Side or no?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We had the couple coins running over there. The one in particular tied to my Dudas, the Toad Pepe, which is currently sitting at 13.3 mil. That seemed like a pump fund kind of. I don't know. There seems to be this turf war going on right now, obviously between FOMO and pump fund. KOL is getting paid upwards of $30,000 to trade exclusively on pump fund right now because they were losing market share to FOMO. So yeah.
I did not know that you could trade not Solana coins on pump fund. I'm being told you can trade Robinhood coins and everything on pump fund. I did not know that. I thought pump fund was only for the spiritually impoverished Solana hyper rotational Jeets, but apparently you can trade anything on there.
Yeah, it was pretty exclusive to Solana up until probably, I don't know, a few months, 6 months. I don't really know exactly when, as well as no trading fees right now because they are trying to compete. FOMO has taken away quite a bit of market share. And pump fund is trying to rally back. But if you go look at the pump fund chart, that coin actually looks pretty good where it's sitting right now. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you have the whole map period debacle, with this other coin. It's just, it's wild in the streets, the main street. So you just got to be careful.
Bro,
Well, Kenny, what's the better platform if you had to choose? I mean, like, or is one better at one thing? From what I hear, it seems like FOMO is a better social signal, and I would guess Pump Fun is probably a better trading experience. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Pump Fun may have the better UI in a sense. I think FOMO, what I like about FOMO is, people are, buying coins, dropping theses, links to, tweets and whatnot. So it's good information source. I kind of look at FOMO as like the Reddit of meme coins, where like you can go in, check the feed, check the top holders, read their theses on a token and get an idea, kind of gauge, sentiment on it. But Pump Fund probably has a better UI and UX, as well as, you get MEV-botted on FOMO pretty regularly. It's pretty fucking nasty. Their slippage sucks. You can get MEV-botted relatively easily. So, yeah, I mean, I see the pros and cons of both. But, yeah, we'll see. I mean, look, in a perfect world, there's enough liquidity and volume for both of these to do well. Because right now it's still a small percentage of people who are still trading meme coins. What's retail and more people who have been sidelined for the past year start to enter back into the arena. I see a world where both of them do really well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm not a trench warrior myself. I've been buying the more obvious coins, and I just do it on OpenSea just because there's 0 trading fees right now. And my entry isn't going to get, nuked as a coin goes from, 30K to 175K while I'm waiting for my transaction action to go through. I'm just not that deep in the trenches. So, but anyway.
Cheap bastard. All right.
To your point though, real quick, to that point, OpenSea, awesome trading experience, super seamless if you're using the EVM embedded wallet that they provide you, because to your point, when you do a transaction, all you got to do is swipe and the transaction goes through. There's no sign. It's very similar to using a trading platform like Axiom or FOMO or Pump Fund, where you don't have to actually externally sign a signature like if you're using Uniswap or Relay or something like that. So OpenSea is making some noise on the trading side of things. I'd be paying attention over there.
All right.
Awesome.
There you go. All right, guys, I am going to pin this tweet. It's pinned at the front. It's pinned at the back. At some random time, I don't know when, but I will draw the 10 people.
To the front and the back? Are we getting Eiffel Towered by this post right now?
Bro. You are getting Eiffel Towered. But either way, we are going to give away 10 spots to gain access to the Telegram, not only for CLOCKIN, but this is going to be a Telegram where we talk about all things that are happening on the Stockbroker Launchpad. So make sure you follow the rules on that post. Otherwise, you could miss out. So 10 people for today. Maybe we get some more spots later on prior to launch, but we'll see what ends up happening. All City, welcome up, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. You guys are just having too much fun on here.
Yeah, man.
Every day, brother.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, man. If you take shit too serious, I mean, I don't know. I just, you got to have fun with what you're doing. And this is the funnest fucking job I've ever had, and coming from owning my own business, like this is a lot of fun. And if you're not having fun in the space, then I don't know. Maybe you need to find a new group, mute everybody on your timeline. But I know people are excited about
doing a great job.
Yeah, man. Thank you. But yeah, the room is packed. I think this is the first space you've done so far, right?
On the CLOCKIN, yeah, absolutely. So CLOCKIN, so we're just sort of we're on the final stretch here. So this is kind of go time for us. A lot has gone into this project for the last few weeks. There's a lot of legal stuff kind of going on. We want to make sure that we're staying in constraints with everything IP related with stockbrokers and everything like that. So we got a call with Ernest later today. But yeah, so we're jacked. We're starting. We're ready to go wheels up, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
nice.
I gotta say, your social engagement on this fucking CLOCKIN, dude. When I say it's dominating the timeline, I'm not, I'm being 100%. Like every other post, I'm seeing somebody either quote tweeting CLOCKIN or talking about this token launch. Probably one of the more highly anticipated coins to launch that we've seen in a while. Did y'all expect this type of momentum and success coming into it?
No, I mean, look, we knew we had something. Obviously, the stockbroker ecosystem is just popping. Simple Farmers, just like the biggest brain in the space right now, kind of just like saving crypto, right? So we knew we had something. We got a great team. I'm working with a buddy of mine, IRL buddy, for over 20 years. He's got a great media squad over there. So it's sort of on another level in terms of content and entertainment and media and what we're doing. But did we expect the response? No, right? We're absolutely thrilled, really honored by it. And look, we take the ticker super seriously as well. Like, forget about the content for a second. This is a big ticker. It's a
great ticker.
It is very important as well, right? So we need to make sure that we're doing it justice. This is a support mechanism for the entire stockbroker ecosystem. So it's got to get done right. So we take it seriously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of that, taking it serious, we know that Unvault is a massive part of the clutch markets ecosystem, the stockbroker ecosystem. And Aaron and Ernest, they have a mint coming up very soon. But to kind of give some people a little bit of backstory there, even for you to be working with these guys, obviously you have to be, known in the space, respected. You just can't DM either one of them, be like, yo, let me get in. So like, do you want to kind of give some backstory on who you are for those that may not know you?
Yeah. So, I came in as, into crypto 2021, not crypto native. I came in as a creative. I'm an NFT guy. Got involved with ApeCoin through having a Bored Ape and the big airdrop in the DAO. And then sort of went on to have a pretty steep, lengthy history at the DAO, right? So I was elected twice over there. This is DAO-wide elections. These are not easy to happen. These are very difficult things to achieve. I think I passed more proposals than anybody else over there in history. I can officially say that now that the DAO has been dissolved. But I think I was 8 for 8 in campaigns. Really just a by the people for the people kind of guy. My role over there was the lead governance steward, but really, it was really growth focused, community oriented. I built a lot of really strong programs, scaled them, managed huge budgets. So everybody sort of knows me from that ecosystem. We love the apes, man. As far as Ernest and Aaron go, yeah, I mean, these are old school DAO guys as well too. So we all go back a long time, right? I mean, it's a treat to work with everybody. Simple Farmer, obviously, he came in a little bit after, but he's an ApeCoin guy as well, working with ApeCo. So it's been a real treat just to sort of get the old gang back together here, do something really special, and really sort of see this whole new ecosystem taking shape over on Robinhood. And last thing I'll say and take a breath is it's really cool to see the ApeCoin community and the ApeCoin actually leadership over there really embracing this as well, which is really special.
Yeah, I didn't realize, because when you go to the holders, I didn't even realize like the ApeCoin intern. I didn't realize that was like the ape. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I keep getting this messed up, but it's associated with ApeCoin, right?
Yeah, well, I think they refer to the intern as who's managing that the ApeCoin main account, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and they're all over it, man. They're embracing the movement here, so it's a good thing.
And you're seeing people from all sides of Web3 jump into the ecosystem, whether it's through the token of stockbroker or the NFT. We seen an ape the other day. He weethed his ape, bought a stockbroker, then turned around, sold the stockbroker, bought 2 more apes. And it's like everybody's making their plays and coming up in their own direction. But it is good to see, because ApeCoin has a lot of good builders and a lot of good community over there. And it's good to see people from all sides of the Web3 world get a big win. And my opinion, I think we're still really early into this experiment, as Simple Farmer says. And CLOCKIN was the meme of, this is every stockbroker's duty. In my mind, you don't have to do this, but when you're on that website and you go to distributions, like right now, the bar's lit up and I can clock in and I can activate the distribution of tokens or stocks, whatever each activated holder wants. I'm contributing to that. So the narrative behind CLOCKIN, for those that don't know what that is, this is what it's about. It's you doing your part within the stockbroker ecosystem to distribute rewards back to the community. And, you know, and it was a fun feature. It keeps people on the website and it keeps you involved. And then now, not so much a meme coin, because I'm not a massive meme coin trader. Like Kenny was all in on fucking the last Solana bull. He was up my ass saying, move some soul over it. And I never did. Probably missed out on a lot of money. But once, you know, I seen Simple Farmer doing this, and we did the Pup Cup, and all these things ended up going on. And then now we have the CLOCKIN theme coin. You know, I think this is a really good narrative that you guys have locked into.
I did want to, because we were talking about this a minute ago. I like that you've delineated from a meme coin to a theme coin. Because I think a lot of people have been calling a lot of these coins meme coins that aren't really associated with what would truly even be a meme. But you know, can you break down exactly what the intent behind the word theme coin is, if you could?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just fits, right? Because, you know, there's a lot of big brain projects going on within the stockbroker ecosystem right now. We definitely want to be a lower barrier of entry for people. We want to get more wins stacked for people. And we also want to be a little bit simpler for people to come in and understand and have some fun. We're an entertainment leg, but that's just it. We're not just a meme. This isn't a small brain project. This is built to last, right? So really where we're going with that and that term, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory in terms of the name, but just sort of to back that up, we really view ourselves as a marketing leg for the entire ecosystem. I mean, if you look at that last teaser that we put up with the plane, just like so awesome, right? If you pay attention, when our character is in the plane and he's looking on the screen, you're gonna see you're gonna see Mancy, you're gonna see Derp, you're gonna see Stockbroker, and you're gonna see CLOCKIN on that screen in his portfolio. So that's just sort of the tip of the iceberg, and we really, really intend to be that support mechanism for a lot of these projects coming through.
Right. Yeah, well, let's talk about the value flowing back to actual stockbroker holders. You guys, you know, created it in a way where, you know, it's advantageous to stockbroker holders to hold a certain amount of coin, as there's different levels where certain unlocks happen. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, the first thing I guess we could talk about too is the LP fees, right? So 60% of our LP fees, that's going to buybacks and burn. So we're going to market, buy, clock in, and burn it. 20% is going to go directly back to stockbrokers as well. And then 20% is going to go to ongoing development. As far as the airdrop system, yeah, I mean, this is our big objective. And this is part of my big meeting with Ernest tonight, is how we're going to be able to make all of this work. It's intricate. We've got to sort of understand how the launch pad is going to be structured. And we've also got to understand additional dev work, and also just sort of what's going to be best for the entire ecosystem. Obviously, this thing is so big now, and it's kind of transcending just stockbrokers. We want to build something special for all of crypto. So we're in careful talks right now to come up with something even more special than sort of what's in that article. So I can't say too much because we're still sort of we're up here in Canada, we say stick handling. That's a little hockey term. We're still sort of stick handling what the best means is going to be. But yeah, this is all about stockbrokers. This is all about pushing.
Our host Jesus here can stick handle with the best of them.
See, look, bro, you gotta, All City, you have got to be careful with how you leave words open, bro. Because I even said, as soon as you said stick handling, I knew Kyle was about to come off mute and be like,
the light bulb went off in his fucking head, bro.
Yeah, it just like right there, it was like ding, 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 ding. He had 9 comebacks for that. So that was an argument. Like, I was having it in. Somebody was like, well, why should I invest in this? Like, it's literally just a reward funnel back for stockbroker holders. What benefit is it for me? And I was, you know, trying to explain the 60% buyback and burn. That's every 48 hours, by the way. So like, this isn't just going to be like, oh, we're holding on to this money for a week. And, you know, maybe somebody doesn't see what we're doing with it. And then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? This is literally on chain every 48 hours, automatically happening. But what do you say to those people as you are, you know, handling your stick, that, you know, say, well, this is only benefiting stockbrokers?
Well, that's just it, right? And that's just sort of, a or a macrocosm of everything that's going on right now. I mean, stockbrokers is literally taken over crypto, right? And right now, growth is essential. So to them, I would say, this is what we're sort of talking behind closed doors right now about. How can we sort of make this? I mean, look, first of all, I would say this as well. The airdrop formula that we have, it is not built to exclude anybody beyond those airdrops, right? So that being said, it is still very important that we remain exclusive and not inclusive, right? Because for stockbrokers to grow and maximize this ecosystem, to maximize its full potential, we need to build something for all of crypto. So we're looking for a way right now where we're going to be able to do something fantastic for for activated stockbrokers, but also maybe something for other people as well. And again, I can't share too much more about that, but I promise you, it's going to be big and everybody's going to be stoked.
Yeah, well, and the tech behind Unvault allows you to be able to do that.
You bet. Yeah.
Yeah, and then with the VRNG stuff, you can. I mean, bro, the possibilities are endless here. So, now when we go to, obviously, everybody's asking me when is this going live? When is this happening? I would imagine you guys are going to obviously be waiting until the actual launch pad is live. There's no locked in date of when the token is going to go live. Doesn't mean you're sitting there waiting like we are. But we have seen some projects like Mancer and Derp launch early. They are considered special projects. Is CLOCKIN considered a special project?
Yeah, so look, this is sort of part of this final stretch right now. Look, it's no secret that we're very close to the group over there. And right now, it's really just sort of about making sure that, there's legal involved, right? Let's be honest, right? This is CLOCKIN. It's the mantra of stockbrokers. So there's nuances, and this is this final stretch that we're in. It's really just determining what we're going to be able to do in terms of media, what we're not going to be able to do, how we can support. In terms of launch mechanics go, yeah, I mean, all of this is right now, we're just all fine tuning just to make sure that we can maximize just visibility, maximize impact, and just have, the most fun for everybody in the space. And that's just, again, we're on the final stretch right now. And just very, very in close contact with the team. So kind of a roundabout way of saying I can't really answer.
Yeah.
But certainly the outcome is going to be the most desirable for everybody involved, because everything right now is on the table. We're all just sitting at the table and making sure it's going to have the most impact and how to do that.
Trying to put the pieces where they go. Another part of this article I want to dig into is index. An index, for those of you who don't know, you hold the token. There's a 3% fee. You get back, token stocks, just kind of similar to what stockbrokers. But you guys are going the opposite route. And I'm always of the opinion that if you have a fee on your token, there's not going to be an exchange that looks at you. Like you're not going to get listed on an exchange if you have a fee. You're throwing hearts up. I think you would agree with that. Was that important for you guys not to take a fee from the community to do these types of buybacks?
Yeah, I mean, look, absolutely. It really, again, this is an ecosystem growth lever. This is a celebration of the ecosystem. This is not some sort of look, I mean, everybody's got to eat. I'm not trying to take jabs at index, right? But we wanted to do things a little bit differently. We wanted to do things a little bit more fun. We wanted to do things a little bit more community focused. Again, not taking any jabs. What they did over there was very revolutionary. When it came out, we admire it. We're doing things a little bit differently, and absolutely, yeah, no trading fees for us. We feel that was a little bit of a miss on their part.
Do you agree that most exchanges won't even look at you if you have a fee?
Well, I can't get into that. What I can say when we're talking about exchanges is this is a big target for us as well. Again, we're looking to build something for all of crypto. We're looking to build something that really uplifts the ecosystem, but also just the Robinhood ethos as a whole. And look, man, listings are very important to us. And again, with this ticker that we take so seriously, and obviously the rapid growth that the stockbroker ecosystem is seeing, this is a major, major target for us. So if you're looking at us right now, just sort of as a flash in the pan, I strongly recommend that you don't, because again, these are very much inside right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, so we haven't got obviously nobody's seen official Launchpad docs or anything like that, but if you go through the Anvil AMM and you bring an NFT over, do whatever, I think the deploy fee there is like 1 ETH. I'm not sure what it's going to be on the launch pad, but even at that point, like you're having to put up an investment to even get the project started. You're putting your name on the line. You're connecting yourself with brands in the space that have done the same. So yeah, I wouldn't take it as lightly as that, this is the next pump and dump on Pump Fund, and then you're moving on to the next thing. So and part of that is what you're trying to build. With the current distribution of how you're doing it with 60-20-20, is there once this is locked into the contract, is that locked in, or can that be changed? Because if you do end up figuring out a way to reward other communities or other people, the numbers have to come from somewhere. So is there you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, we don't have any intent to make any changes. And again, this is sort of all part of these discussions that we're in right now, because to be fully transparent, there is, exterior smart contract development going on to make sure that these mechanics that our goals are to get done here work. And so how do we make all that work? How can we do that with the launch pad? Does it make sense to go with the launch pad? Does it make sense to go as potentially a special project? We're all just sort of navigating through this. But again, the outcome here is we're going to land on the best possible solution for everybody and the longevity of this token.
Yeah. And for those that don't know what All City's talking about, where he's saying we don't know if we're going to land on the launch pad or what he's talking about. So when you launch here, we do know that there's 3 different versions of an LP that we know of for now, until Simple Farmer creates more ideas. But you have the Anvil AMM, then you have the VRNG, and then you have special projects. So and those are the 3 different ways the LP is going to work inside of the launcher. So when he's talking about which angle they're going to go, that's what it is. So if anyone's not listening to Simple Farmer talk in a space, I strongly think that you need to go do so, because it takes quite a few spaces to kind of even comprehend what he's even talking about, because he's like, brother, guys like a Stephen Hawking of Robinhood and Web3 and Arbitrum and everything. Like, he's talking about fucking quantum.
Except he never
theory.
went to the island.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my God. See, look, see this shit. Yeah. So, So no, that's good. And then, so I was doing some math, and back to that argument of like, oh, this is only rewarding stockbroker holders. Last I looked, there was 1,000. I'm looking right now, 1,666 eligible activated stockbrokers right now. And when you look at the rewards distribution that is going back to those activated holders, just because they're activated doesn't mean that they're going to be there. This airdrop is going to be going to them, or this claim in a way is going to be going back to them. There's certain levels, there's certain amount of token allocation that you as a holder and a community participant have to have. I think the very first entry level, the airdrop is like to all activated holders. Is that right, All City?
That's correct. Yeah. And this all of these mechanics here are sort of, again, what's really being discussed right now. Some people don't love the fact that our goal is to make sure that activated stockbrokers are holding X amount of clock in. Yeah. Some people view that it's maybe incentivized. It's almost predatory. I'm not really sure. Some people view it like we're sort of forcing people to buy the coin, which we don't want to do. So again, we're trying to get this all sort of mapped out in a way that is easy to understand, rewarding, and fair, but also building something for all of crypto, right? Because again, we're seeing you brought it's great for me to hear this feedback as well, by the way, because you brought up twice now a few people that are like, well, this project looks like it's really just sort of geared towards rewarding stockbrokers. And that's what we have to be cautious of. So we have to find a happy medium where we continue to drive value to activated stockbrokers, because that's what this is about. We're a theme coin for that ecosystem. We need to reward that ecosystem. That is locked. That will never change.
Yeah.
But how can we do it in a way where we're not being completely inclusive? And so that's, again, some of these mechanics that we're just fine tuning right now. And we're really, really excited about some of the options that are floating around. It's actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah. But here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with having some exclusivity, but also being inclusive, because what benefit is it for Manser to only reward Manser holders? They're not. I mean, like you have to put some money on the table and hold and invest and help the community grow. You holding those tokens. I'm looking at the amounts right now even at a 7 mil market cap to hold 12,500 tokens of, CLOCKIN per activated NFT. In theory, that's not a lot of tokens. Now, if this thing runs to $1, yeah, it's $12,500. But in theory, it's not a lot of tokens. I mean, I've had my Manser staked, Kenny, for 2 days at the base level, and I've gotten 3x that amount just by having the NFT. So I don't know. Maybe you guys end up doing some type of an NFT mint with this, and who knows? But
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you too. I tend to share that ideology as well, and just that thinking. But again, there's teams working on this to make sure it's done right, and really just making sure that we're building this for coverage. But I'm with you.
Yeah, because sometimes teams try and please everybody, and then it screws the whole thing up. And it's like, you got to stick to your beliefs and what you believe in. You believe in stockbrokers. The CLOCKIN narrative is such, it is such a funny thing to put in, because anytime I see anybody's post, like OSF put a post out with something about ponds or something earlier, that like I'm literally just dropping CLOCKIN on everybody's replies, and especially the people that are coping. But the strong narrative for me is that everything that supersedes stockbrokers, and I want everybody here to realize, like, please only invest with what you can afford to invest in and lose, because nothing's guaranteed. But at the same time, everybody is chasing the next thing to find the next stockbroker, and the launch pad is going to be successful. I believe it already is. And every new thing that drops on there, people are going to be going after. So there's going to be massive amounts of liquidity. And the strong teams like you guys, I think, are going to be some of the most successful,
Yeah, we tend to agree. And again, really, look, I'm putting my reputation on this as well. I mean, this is a really strong team. Again, it's very, very important to us that we do this ticker right. We build it right. We obviously see the momentum of stockbrokers, and we're very, very excited. And the amount of hands that are on this to make sure it gets done right, to make sure it's done sustainably, to make sure it comes off with a fucking pop, it's big. So, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. So, like, I've seen, I don't even know if I want to ask this question on air. I'm not going to ask this. I'm going to ask you this question off air. So
don't be scared.
No, I'm not scared, because somebody could go do what I'm about to ask and then like front run all city. So I don't want to do that.
We are like 15 seconds ahead of the audience.
Yeah,
so
but he can't.
Yeah, at least have a head start.
Yeah, but he can't do this in 15 seconds. So yeah, I'll ask you off air. Kitty, what questions did you have? Because I know me and you had some heated debates about meme coins.
Yeah, no. To that point, we were talking about, obviously, the stockbroker launchpad, kind of tech heavy, right? They're going for DeFi type stuff. Projects that are kind of innovating in a sense. Obviously, you see what Manser's doing, trying to be the Jupiter of Solana on Robinhood as a DEX. You got the Yard project that's coming up, which is going to be doing asset, like how you move assets around and whatnot. So seems to me like it's and I've heard Simple Farmer kind of dub it like trying to be like the virtuals of base, where you're launching these tech kind of projects. So the debate was between Jesus and I, is it a platform to launch meme coins on? Does it make sense to launch memes on, the stockbroker launchpad, especially with the 1 ETH kind of launch fee? I was saying, these serial deployers who sit there on Pump Fund or whatnot, and launch 100 tickers a day, just to try and make as much creator fees as they can, really working off of just attention to the coin in a short term and then moving on to the next thing. You guys, the contrarian take is like, you guys are actually coming over there, building a theme coin, but trying to build it for longevity, and opposed to just like an attention coin where, you get a quick pump and it dumps off. Is that, did y'all have that conversation as to, why you're choosing this launch pad to do this? Were y'all planning on working on a coin ahead of time, and then just the stars aligned with like stockbrokers kind of taking off and you said, hey, let's do this? Like, how did y'all come to the decision of, hey, let's launch over here and let's try and run this, for longevity, as opposed to just like another meme coin?
Yeah, no, a great question. Absolutely not. I mean, there was no discussions about doing any other projects or anything like that. Stockbrokers just started. How it came about was my partner on the project. So we're old graffiti guys, okay? So we're still active graffiti guys in the community and all this, right? So we're creative dudes, right? And so it sort of started when, right at the, I'll try to be quick on this, but just during the World Cup, that's when I started chatting with Simple Farmer about the project when he was doing his Pup Cup, right? And I could just tell, I mean, we knew each other a little bit, took calls from when he was on APECO, and obviously lots of mutual respect. But I started asking him questions about the project, and I just started getting more and more interested in it. So I called my buddy, and I'm like, because he's more of a Solana guy. He's got a content team. They do a lot of media. And so I said, you got to really take a look at this project. I think there's something to this. And so he spent a couple hours looking at it, maybe even a couple days, ended up grabbing a couple clutch puppies to burn. And so I onboarded him into the ecosystem from the start. And then when the project launched, we were just like, ooh, there's a launch pad coming. I mean, this might be kind of fun. And so we had actually, believe it or not, the project actually started with a different ticker, and then reached out to Simple Farmer, and just conversations started kind of moving along. And I think he could tell there was something to us. Obviously, I've got a good reputation. I could put my name on my buddy. The content speaks for itself. And it just sort of, we said, hey, can we do CLOCKIN? And not that it's permissionless, of course, but we wanted to make it clear from the start that we kind of wanted to plant our flag on that, right? And so, no, this was really just born out of this kind of lightning in a bottle, very special time of stockbrokers being born. And really before, I mean, shit, man, this was all like under a 10 million market cap for stockbrokers. We just knew something really special was going on, right? Another thing that I really loved about it was, like, look, I've owned CryptoPunk. I still own CryptoPunks. I own Bored Apes, all this kind of stuff, from, pretty early on, right? So you see people come into the space, who didn't get that lucky kind of, they didn't catch that lightning in a bottle, and you're always kind of pulling for them. You want to see those people win. And so there was a lot of that going on with 8chain, right? And so a lot of these kids, people that were coming into 8chain, they were buying into these fantastic projects, great builders over there. You got Uncle Mac, all these Rida, all these great builders. And some of those projects, just because of the chain and the market, they just didn't come to complete fruition from a value standpoint. And so you had all of these really, really passionate community members who believed in these projects and founders for good reason, but because of the market, because of exterior factors, they just didn't see those rewards when, you'd love to see them win. And so with stockbrokers, what you're seeing is a lot of people from that ecosystem or in other ecosystems as well that believed in Simple Farmers, saw something that was going on there, and they're stacking big wins right now. And so we're like, man, this is super special, right? So again, this is all happening under a 10 million market cap. We're like, we got to do something. We want to do something. We want to shine and do something that we know that we can do best within this ecosystem. And that's really growth, a lower barrier of entry. When I say lower, I don't mean necessarily like a lower valuation or anything like that. I just mean a simpler sort of way to enter the ecosystem and really become a media and entertainment arm for everything that's going on within it, right? So that's how the project was born, really organically.
Yeah, and I like that. I like the fact that, people may have missed stockbroker, but you can go buy a piece of the token. I heard Captain talking about this with Simple Farmer this morning in his stream, and you can do that. You can own a piece of Manser. You can own a piece of every single thing that launches off the launch pad. You don't have to catch every NFT. Yeah, you do have to clock in and be around to catch every single thing that launches, but you also have to have liquidity. It's more risk. And I think you say you guys are looking at ways to bring value not only just to stockbrokers but to all holders possibly. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys cook up. So obviously with that in mind, and you guys are still working on these things and you're on late night calls and doing all this stuff, do you have a time frame of when you see the clock-in theme going live?
Yesterday.
Yeah, I know everybody fucking wants that.
Ready,
Yeah.
God damn it, I missed it again.
Right now, it's just making sure that everybody's happy. When I say everybody, I just mean that like there's a lot of different teams that are working on this to make sure that this is really special.
Done smooth. Yeah.
And really, but the reality is here, and staying within reasonable confines of leveraging that IP without overstepping the bounds while still being supportive. Again, some of these mechanics that have to get worked out with the smart contract and whether that's going to be feasible through the launch pad or if we're going to have to go a different route with stockbroker team. So that's just where the stage is that we're at right now. But again, we're ready to pop, man. We're ready. We're ready. Just
well,
like you guys, let's go.
Yeah, man, let's fucking go. One of the biggest things that always happens with any token launch, and it happens with NFTs as well. And I know the Unvault guys were just addressing this yesterday, that they're trying to put in or figure out a way to safeguard sniping. And Simple Farmer has talked about what he has built on this launch pad that's going to change meme coins forever. And what he means by this, I have zero clue. But like, are you guys trying to look at safeguards or any way to possibly stop sniping of the contract?
It's a big problem.
It is.
Oh, snipers. I mean, look, it's a whole other game. Like I said, I came into the space as a creative, an NFT guy. So that sort of nasty sort of side of things is really foreign to me. And these guys, I mean, they can really wreck a project. So yeah, what I can say is there's definitely things that we're looking at. It becomes more and more complicated the hyper a launch gets, and like the longer it goes on. So believe me, like we want to get this out there because I mean, I get messages from homies all the time and we're like, bro, like, because they're trying to stay ahead of the curve too, and they're buying all this.
They're like, man, you got to give me the CA.
I feel terrible, right? And it's just like, but again, there's steps that we have to go through right now just to make sure everything's compliant, just to make sure everything works for everybody who's on board and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, just sort of a long-winded way of saying it's definitely on our radar, and it's definitely not something that we appreciate, and we're trying to take care of the community as best as we can.
Yeah, it's hard to control and stop.
Look, I mean, we saw it. We saw it. Obviously, all eyes on the stockbroker ecosystem right now. We saw it with Manser. We had a group of us in Discord in Reality Check, all sitting here staring at the screen, waiting for the ECA or the contract to drop, right? And it did, and we literally were buying within the first few seconds, and instantly there was a candle up to like 3 mil, like
3.7 or like 3.7 or 4 mil, like right off the rip. And it's like
right off the rip, like within the first 5 seconds, it was up to 3.7 mil.
Accidentally, I caught the bottom at 3 mil. Like, I don't know how in the fuck I did that. But that's the shitty thing. So,
and that's just the nature of the beast, right? The hyper the project is, the more you're going to get these snipers with ridiculous bribes, trying to snipe the contract as soon as it goes live. But in case in the example of Manser, it kind of had that wick, came down, but since then it's sitting at close to 10 mil right now. If it's a legitimate project, it's going to have it may get sniped right off the bat, but it's going to grind its way back up. Once the snipers are out of the project in a sense. So I mean, it's kind of hard to combat these snipers, but with the amount of attention I think CLOCKIN is getting right now, I think people are going to be buying this shit up regardless. It's
I
probably
think
gonna-
so, and I just want to take the opportunity just to sort of reiterate how important it is to just only be following our official channels, right? I mean, there's fake websites out there. Just put notifications on the Twitter. We've got the Telegram group it's a general, it's going to be opened up once the launch pad opens up, but me and Showbiz and Alpha Degen and Ape Whale, Bojangle guy, we've got this chat that Jesus, you're going to be doing a giveaway for. But,
I've got the tin
there.
set up right here. I'm about to draw that picker.
So just make sure that everybody is locked in on those and really not trying to play a guessing game, because it doesn't usually end well, and we don't want to see anybody.
What do we think here? Over under 30 clock-in tickers in or around.
Oh my God.
There's going to be so many clock-in tickers.
But here's the thing, though, and people need to realize that when it does come, not only do you need to follow at CLOCKIN Coin, that is the only X account where you're going to see the information come from, but you also need to lock in and go to stonkbrokers.cash. That's where the launcher is going to be. That's where the coin is officially going to live. So don't be sitting there looking at fucking new pairs on Deck Screener and trying to ape in, because you will get wrecked. You will get caught in a honeypot. You will get destroyed. And then you're going to be on the timeline crying, saying All City and Jesus rugged you when we didn't. So, please, please, please. And come in the Reality Check Discord as well. We're going to be in there. We're going to be locked in, and we're only going to be sharing the official CA, whenever we can. And like I said, if you come in that Discord and you act crazy, I will kick your ass out. We want everybody to win. We want everybody to come up big this cycle, but we want to do it safely as well. So, we want everybody to be clocked in. And, all right, so I'm going to pick these 10 winners. Only me. I will be the only person at Jesus. There's only one of me. There's a lot of me, but there's only one of me. I will be the only person that DMs you and gives you the access to this Telegram. So those 10 winners, I did bump this picker up. So sorry if you joined from 85 alt accounts, but there are minimum qualifications to get in on this. So I'm not giving it to somebody with 3 followers and just now joined. So I'm going to pick these 10 winners. All City, I don't know if there's anything else that we did not cover. But I'm fucking pumped. I'm ready to go, man. This is going to be an exciting launch. But yeah, anything else you want to get off your chest?
No, I just really that we're all super excited about it as well. And, there's a lot of really good people working on this to bring you something really special that's going to last, bring a lot of fun to the ecosystem. And we're just as jacked. And I really, really appreciate the platform to be talking about it today, guys. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these moving forward. Now it's time to kind of get things rocking. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody in the audience. Anybody's got any questions after the show, just hit me up. My DMs are always open, and I'm always here to chat.
I gotta say, All City, you're a great hangman. It was good chatting with you and everything today. Yeah, I think you're going to be. You seem like a great face for this whole thing, for sure. So it's good to have you, man. We have founders and stuff on sometimes that they need to hire somebody, but you're pretty good at this, I gotta tell you.
One mistake you made. You said my DMs are open. If anyone wants to hit me up, enjoy reading through the 500 DMs you're about to get over the next 15 minutes. All right.
Yeah, I got cooked on DMs. So I have all the winners right here. I shared them just now on stream. I will DM all of those winners. I'm not going to sit here and read off all the fucking names, but I will end up DMing everyone and getting you access. I will go through these X accounts. If they look sus, sorry, bro, ain't happening. And I'll just replace somebody with it. But either way, you will get access to this Telegram once the token is live. So don't think you're going to miss out on anything. All City, man, I appreciate you coming in. For anyone that wants to join the Reality Check Discord, the link is at the top. You can also go to rcweb3.xyz. There you're going to find all of our YouTube and all the other links and things that we're doing here at Reality Check. All City, definitely after launch, we got to get you back in and chat with you and see how everything's going post launch. So, but I do wish you guys the best, man.
Appreciate you, and always here, and let's build. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
All City, we're gonna have to get you back in post TGE, just to kind of do another space and talk about the vision you guys have moving forward post TGE once you guys get this off and running.
I love it.
All right, cool. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll DM the winners. Other than that, maybe I get some more spots and I'll put out a tweet later on. We'll see what happens. We'll see how nice All City is. Probably not, though, but we'll see. All right, everybody have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Peace. Be safe.
Bye, everybody.